So today I'm going to be doing the rounds with IFL's Kugan Cassius. How you doing, Kugan?
Hi, Anna.
Are you enjoying lockdown?
No comment. I like that picture behind you, by the way.
The Vogue?
Yeah, I'm feeling that, yeah.
Very good. So today I'm going to be doing the rounds with you. It's 6 3-minute rounds. All you have to do is answer as many questions as long as you want as possible. Okay, so I've got 3 minutes on the clock. Ready for this?
Let's do it.
Wicked, let's go. So round one, life before boxing. What's your earliest boxing memory?
Earliest boxing memory was Prince Nassim Hamid. He was the first boxer that I ever started watching without really knowing anything about the sport. Yeah, used to watch his fights, the ones he had here and in America as well. But he was the reason why I actually got into boxing in the first place, which he knows, and now I'm friends with him, which is great, obviously.
What was your favourite childhood TV show?
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Good choice.
Definitely. I actually still rewatch them now, to be honest.
I think we all do, and especially in lockdown now as well. What was on the Cassius kitchen table? What was your favourite meal?
Anything with chicken. Yeah, anything. So just anything with chicken, either breaded or not breaded. But just, yeah, chicken was my thing. Yeah.
You a bit of a cook?
No, I'm not. I've just bought a barbecue, actually. It cost £25 from Pound Stretcher. And I've used it I've never had a barbecue before, and I've used it 3 times on the spin, like over the last 3 days. And I'm getting more adventurous as the days go on. So yeah, it's good. It was £25 as well.
Bargain. What was Kugan like at school? Was he teacher's pet or were you class clown?
Probably a clown. No, not probably. Definitely, yeah, a clown. Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a teacher's pet. No. Yeah, no, I've probably got some stories. That's not this because it's a free round.
No,
I was just,
naughtiest thing you did at school. Naughtiest thing you did at school.
Took down a whole wall of the changing room once. Yeah, which my parents had to pay for, which they weren't impressed. I said I fell into it. And knocked a whole changing room wall down. It was made of like wood on the outside. I did it on purpose. I'm sorry, St John's in Billericay. I never admitted to it. I am now. So yeah.
Sport or school?
Oh, that's hard. I'm going to say school because that's probably the sensible answer.
Good answer. If you could have a track reminiscent of your childhood period, what would that be and why?
Especially for you, Kylie and Jason. I love that song because I was a massive Neighbours fan, and I used to kind of had a crush on. I had a crush on Kylie and Danny actually because Danny was in Home and Away, but Kylie, yeah, and Jason, that kind of their little thing and that song, especially for you. Yeah,
I was about to say we have 2 seconds left. 1 is gone, and I got you to sing. Woohoo! Right, moving on. Round 2. This is your career. Right, how did IFL come about?
Started in 2010, so we're 10 years old in October. The first boxing show I did was a Ricky Hatton promotion show because obviously I used to do some stuff with Ricky. And then, yeah, met Eddie Hearn at a prize fighter when Rocky Fielding won, and then just kind of spiraled from there. But a lot of the early IFL stuff was in music, television, British film, a lot of other stuff outside of boxing, to be honest with you. And then the boxing kind of just took it over. So that's just a very brief summary of how IFL started.
What's the best fight you've seen?
What, during IFL or
during your career? During your career so far?
I was at a fight in 2005 at the Mandalay Bay between Corrales and Castillo, which is probably the best fight I've ever seen, like in person. Dramatic 10th round finish from Corrales after he looked like he was going to lose that fight. But I will just say kind of the most dramatic night I've had doing IFL was Fury Klitschko, just because so many people backed against, not the fight itself specifically, but just because so many people were backing against Fury and was expected to lose. And it was, yeah, quite a momentous night in Dusseldorf.
Now here's one. Hearn or Warren?
You just broke up there, Anna. I couldn't hear you. I'm not going to answer that, am I?
Go on.
No, I can't answer that, can I? I like Eddie Hearn and I like Frank.
Is it a bit like picking your parents?
Yes, exactly. Or if you had two children, I ain't got any children, but if you had two children, what one's your favourite, all right? So I'm skipping past that.
So you've had best fight you've seen. What about the worst moment so far or the worst interview you've had?
Do you know what? My first ever interview with Frotch wasn't great because I was a little bit starstruck. I interviewed him at one of their matchroom barbecues they used to do every year. And it was the first time I got around Frotch and I really kind of got stuck for words. The interview's still on there somewhere, but it might have been edited. But yeah, kind of fell to pieces. I was like proper stuttering. And Carl's one of them people that if you are kind of slipping a little bit, he'll let you know that you're slipping as well. But that was the first time I actually interviewed Carl Frotch. It wasn't a great moment for me. I do remember that.
The first time I ever met Carl, he asked me if I was blagging it.
So we're all blagging it, haven't we? We're all blagging it.
As friendly as ever. What's the best moment of your career? We've had best fight. What's the best moment?
Best moment. I like to think the best moment hasn't happened yet. Yeah, like 10 years this year, but I'd like to think that that's still to come, to be honest with you. It's not a cop-out, that's what I hope.
We've literally got 7 seconds left of this round. What track would be reminiscent of your career so far?
Lifehouse, You and Me.
Oh.
If you know that song.
Interesting. Right, let's move on to round 3. This is life after boxing. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In front or behind the camera?
I like in front, but I've done most behind. But so every time I do go in front, it's like a little treat.
Do you like it? Do you like being in front of the camera?
It's just, I just adapted. Where I film on my own a lot of times, I just adapted a way of filming behind the camera, and it was easier kind of for the setup purposes. But a lot of my early interviews were all in front of camera. I do prefer it, sorry, because you kind of, you see your reaction to what they're saying, and sometimes you don't kind of get that chemistry if I'm sat behind the camera. So I'd say, yeah, probably in front. Bachelor life
or married man?
What am I, or what do I aspire to be?
What do you want to be?
Oh, married, 100%. Yeah, I'm very conventional in that way that even though I'm cracking on a bit now, I do see myself with a wife, kids, the dog that runs in the garden, hosing the driveway every Saturday. Yeah.
Arsenal season ticket, but Tottenham win the league next season. Which would you choose? Arsenal season ticket for life.
What would I rather have?
So Arsenal season ticket for life you can have, but Tottenham win the league next season.
No, I wouldn't pick that option. I'd rather pay for it. I'd rather pay for it for the rest of my life.
Punditry? Can we see it in punditry?
I don't know about punditry. There's a massive difference between punditry and the interview side, and I like the interview side, and I know that punditry is a completely different skill, which, I'd stick to what I do, I think, even after.
Where do you see this going? What is the dream?
The dream is for boxing, first of all, to return. As we're talking about boxing, but obviously the dream is for everyone to come out of this situation that we're in currently to the best possible situation, which we don't know what is yet. But yeah, from a boxing side of it, we want to see boxing back. But obviously everyone's got to be safe, and the country and the world has to be safe first. What's the best piece of advice you have been given so far? In my life?
In your career, yeah.
Oh, in my career? I don't know.
15 seconds.
Oh.
That good?
when there's biscuits in the tin, where's the fun in biscuits?
What? 3 seconds left. What?
Yeah, have a think about that later on.
Okay, right. Let's move on to round 4. Okay, this is your personal life. This is really interesting. Right, okay. What is your pet peeve, Kugan Cassius?
I hate the word enjoy. I
Oh,
hate it.
so is this like if someone, so my dad, for example, when someone brings the meal to the table, like a waiter or something, they go, enjoy. He's like,
I hate it. I hate it. I hate the word enjoy. I never use the word. I probably have said it in my life, but I don't like it. It kind of cringes me out when people say enjoy, like you go to eat something or you like go somewhere like to the cinema or you go anywhere and people go enjoy it. I don't like it. Now people are going to be saying it and probably tweeting it now. But yeah, that word enjoy drives me mad.
best friend in boxing. Who's your best friend in boxing?
I don't really know. I'd say like Dave Allen or Billy Joe.
Who do you talk to most?
I speak to both them guys quite a lot, but I do speak to quite a lot of people in boxing, even like away from boxing, like chats. Adam Booth is another one that I would class as a good friend of mine. So,
what's your biggest fear?
Do you know what? I've thought about this, and I don't actually know what that is. Without really sounding too deep, I suppose my biggest fear is the thought of my parents not being here. I know it's a little bit whatever it is, but that's the kind of thing that I try not to think about. But I know that obviously, yeah, that situation there is probably my biggest fear, I'd say.
And I think a lot of people would resonate with as well. What is your worst habit?
I say listen. I say obviously a lot, and I say listen a lot, and I say obviously a lot. And there's another word, and it's not something I noticed. People say it to me, but I do say obviously a lot, and I say listen a lot as well. Yeah, those two things, which I never knew I was doing for years, but apparently that's two of the things that I do a lot.
Obviously.
Obviously.
What's your biggest vice? What is your vice?
Smoking, which I'd love to stop. It's horrendous. I don't do anything else. Like my mum says it to me, and my dad doesn't know. I hope they don't watch this actually. My dad doesn't know I smoke, but my mum does, yeah? And my mum goes, like, you should really stop smoking. I go, yeah, but I don't take drugs, mum. That's my counter to that, which is ridiculous, but that's what I say to her.
You need to stop smoking.
I know.
Right, round 5. Fantasy round, this one. Here we go. What would be, if you could have any dream matchup, what would it be in boxing?
Of current fighters?
Anyone, fantasy, anything.
I'm going to say Joshua and Fury. I am going to say Joshua and Fury. I dream about that fight every night like everyone else does. So if we're sticking to kind of possible fantasy but more realistic that it will happen one day, that's the fight I want to see. And that's the fight that kind of, yeah, is like the pinnacle of what is going on in our sport at the moment that people want to see. So I will say Joshua and Fury.
I'm going to say you and the rest of the nation as well. That is their fantasy fight as well and dream matchup. If you could do anything in the world, what would you do?
What that I haven't already done? I'd fly. I'd like to fly. Like me, fly.
You can fly. You can get a plane somewhere.
No, I mean me physically fly.
Oh, as in like you flying?
Yeah, me fly. I'd love to do that, yeah.
Have you been watching The Rocketeer or something?
No. It's something I've always wanted to do as a child, and I've always wondered. I do. When I sit outside of a night, I do wonder what it's just like just to fly, as like not a cliche saying, but like a bird, the actual me flying, not on a plane or helicopter or anything. I just want to fly, yeah.
Fame or fortune?
Neither.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Really?
both are the root of all evil. If you're too famous, it's not a great thing. If you've got too much money, it's not a great thing. So just like okay, happy medium.
Dream occupation, or are you doing your dream occupation?
Oh,
Your
I
dream
don't know.
job?
No, because I wanted to be an actor. That was my like thing when I was growing up. Before I was doing IFL, I was in loads of low-budget British films and little cameos on television experiences. So I would probably say that, yeah, like a dream acting job would be what that is. I don't know, but that is something. But I'm probably already doing what I want to be doing right now. So
Is there evidence of your acting career out there?
yeah, I mentioned something about an appearance that I did in Holby City, which I didn't realise was online. And I said, if anyone can find it, we'll give them a prize. And then everyone found it. Yeah, it's Holby City, there's EastEnders, there's a load of adverts. I've got like 7 DVDs here that I'm in low-budget British films. So, yeah, I'll send you a copy, Anna, of this one.
That should kill a few hours in lockdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, round 6, your final round. This is your boxed in essentials, okay?
Go.
Ready to go. So we're in lockdown. You've got to imagine this is forever. If you had one dish that you could eat on repeat in isolation, what would that be?
This is horrendous because this is going to be carb-based. But if you're asking me one dish does this mean we can eat this one dish but not put the weight on from the dish? That's important.
Well,
yes. Okay. Yeah.
Let's just do that.
Right. Pesto, penne, chicken, garlic, and chili pasta.
That's not that unhealthy.
It's not great. Like the carb side of it, I'm on about.
Well, you're doing some training in isolation.
Sorry, you're breaking up again.
All right, one song that you could listen to on repeat. What would it be?
On repeat, I'm going to say this because it's on a playlist, and every time I get in the car, not at the moment, obviously, it's not going in the car, but usually. Have you ever seen the film called Mannequin?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know the song I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Starship. Yeah, that song there. For some reason, whatever playlist is on, that song is on my playlist. I'm on about 10 different playlists I've got.
Give us a bit. No, sing it.
No, hold on.
Out of time, we need to get through this. Okay, what are you finding that? One item you could have.
Is it bad if I say like my little cigars that I smoke? But if I had to have one, I would pick that. Honestly, I would. Because
You're allowed that. You're allowed that.
You know the one that goes, "Nothing's gonna stop us now." That one, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to look at that, but yeah, that song there.
Yeah, thanks for that. Dream boxing hero that you have to spend the whole time with?
Naz. Princess Ingham. What's that?
Because?
Just because every time I kind of think of Naz, I just kind of remember why I started watching the sport, and the fact that kind of I do talk to him now, and he knows that. He knows that that's the reason why. Not I started IFL, that's not the reason for that, but the reason why I started watching boxing in the first place was because of Naz. So, yeah, I'd quite happily listen to Naz all day long.
We've got about 20 seconds, but I want to know if you could watch one fight on repeat, which fight would you watch? 15 seconds.
Probably Hagler Hearns, if I could keep watching one. But the fight I mentioned earlier between Castillo and Corrales ain't a bad shout as well. So, yeah, but Hagler Hearns I'd go for.
Bang on time, Cougs. It's been a pleasure doing the rounds with you.
Did I win?
Well, it's not a competition.
Oh, sorry.
This is all about getting to know you.
Oh, right.
Anyway, thank you for doing the rounds with us. If any of you want to let us know your thoughts and who you'd like us to do the rounds with, get in touch at Sky Sports Boxing. But yeah, that's it from us. And Kugan, enjoy.
Go away! Stop!